welcome to the Panto Diary. I'm here with one of my comedy heroes, a national treasure, a British comedy hero, as I say, Lesley Joseph.
Hello.
Welcome, darling.
With my Panto wig on, I have to say, sitting in my very big orange chair.
It's enormous. Today was great fun, wasn't it?
Well, today, see, this is the thing about Panto, Andy. Things go wrong. But when things go wrong, and I'm not laying the blame at anybody, but somebody forgot to do quite an important bit in the middle of one of the things.
Yes,
but let's face it, it turned out to be the funniest thing, the funniest time we'd done it, because everybody on stage was so confused with, what do we do? And I thought it was me.
I was crying.
Oh.
Rob couldn't speak.
Honestly, but it was really weird because it was behind me and I thought, I don't know what's going on now. And I was looking down to see whether the wrong things had been put out. And then in the end I thought, actually, it's not me, I'm right. It was you.
But it was me. But the thing again, with working with such great people, is the audience never know.
No, they don't. Well, the thing is, when you do, I'm not saying what it is because I don't want anybody who might come and see the show to know the thing.
Exactly.
But when things like that happen, if you've got people who know what they're doing and know how to play pantomime or know how to play comedy, then you can get away with it because you just change it in a different way. And actually, it was the funniest thing it's ever been. Our faces on stage were like, what the is happening? And I nearly said a swear word on there because I thought, it's me, it's me.
I will keep that with me for the rest of my career. It's so beautiful. But generally speaking, I mean, this is the second time we worked together, which is an honour. We were in Bristol and it was fantastic. And here we are in Plymouth and it's fantastic again.
It is lovely. It is, it is a lovely, lovely show. And I think we're not really the same as we did it before. I think a lot has changed.
Different script-wise.
Different scripts, different people. I mean, we've done it with Rob before and that's lovely. And so you keep things that work. But you have to make sure you don't give a pantomime audience what you gave them last year or the year before or even the year before that. So it's always very careful how you adjust a script. But no, I mean, it's a joy and I love pantomime. I mean, how many more years I can do it, I don't know.
Well, I was going to say you will be here forever, promise me.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it is exhausting. And
yeah, but it is, for me as well. But, and I'm a couple of years younger than you. But you still keep going. I was saying to Rob in the wings, we were watching you go on to do a scene. Yes, we do talk about it. And said, she just gives it every time she gives it.
How could you not? I mean, the thing is, for me, if somebody wasn't giving it, I would say to them, get out the business, because the whole part about the business is, and not just pantomime, but everything that you do, you need to put 100% in because people are paid, especially now, life is hard.
Isn't it just?
It's, financially, and people have paid and they bring the whole family from grannies down to grandchildren and they want to be taken out of themselves and have a bit of magic. So especially with pantomime, every single scene should be played 150%. And if it's not, and it's with dancers, the dancers we've got this year are fantastic.
And well choreographed, can I say.
Beautifully choreographed, Joe Goodwin, thank you.
Yes.
But, the dancers we've got this year are lovely because even in warm-up, nobody speaks to each other. They do warm-up like a show, 100%, 150%. And it makes a huge difference.
What we're providing is a very important service to people's health and well-being.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I happen to think theatre can change people's lives. When I was doing Cal and the Girls, the musical, which is obviously after one of the husbands dies of cancer.
Yes.
And I had a wonderful letter from somebody who said, my husband died 6 months ago and I really thought I couldn't carry on. And she said, having seen your musical, I suddenly thought, you know what, there's a lot left out there. And she joined the WI.
Did she?
Yeah, when it got to that Christmas, she'd made me 2 little egg covers to go on hardboard eggs. She sent me chocolate orange, of course. And she said, this has actually changed my life and it's put it back on track. And that's not the, having played Dorian in Birds with Feather, I had some very spicy letters over the years.
You wonder why?
But I wonder why, some of which I've kept. Because I thought if ever they come to a stage door, and one of them did, I need to know who I'm dealing with. But so many times people come and they go, it took me out myself. It made me laugh. It made me cry. And I do it. If I go to the theatre and I see something beautiful that actually hits me in the stomach.
Me too.
Yeah, it can change your lives. And, you know, can you imagine life without theatre? Can you imagine
I
the
can.
town centre without the theatre? The pubs, the restaurants, the hotels.
I spoke
everything.
with Rob about this the other day. Do you remember, I don't know if you know Hard Times, the Dickens thing, but I saw it because my Michelle was the company manager on that show. And there's a bit in it where it says, don't look down on us performers just because you don't think we've got a proper job. What we're doing is really important.
Yeah, of course it
what
is.
we're providing for people. And I said to my son the other night, if I didn't get paid for this, I'd still do it.
I know you said that to me as well. Would I do it? Yeah, I probably would actually. And then, to be absolutely honest, the job I did that led to Birds of a Feather, which changed my career, was for no money. It was jobs. It was like share of the profits, and we made, if we like, we made £5 in the week because we were in a tiny theatre and there were a lot of us, and that transferred into the West End, and that then I invited the writers, and they wrote Dorian for me. So
Wow.
that comes from doing something for next, because, and the one piece of advice which I give, I spent a week once with Quentin Crisp up in,
Did ya?
yeah, up in, and if you don't know Quentin Crisp, Google him, and up at the Edinburgh Festival, because I was up there doing something, and his agent said, I'm having to go, would you look after him this week? And I said, of course I will, I'm up here and I'm not doing anything this week. And the piece of, he always used to call me Miss Joseph, and the piece of advice he gave me was, Miss Joseph, believe in fate, but lean forward where fate can see you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Don't be strong in the shadows.
No, and so the thing I always say to people going into the business, if there's a part with your name written on it, even if it's in a tiny theatre in the back of Beyond, and you can afford to do it, because somebody will come and see that and go, oh my goodness, I want to work with
Don't
you.
ever regret not going for it.
No.
So David Suchet, a very good friend of both of ours, said to me once in the wings at the Hippodrome, because I'm always want to give completely.
Yeah.
And he said to me one day, and it made a lot of sense, he said, don't give more than you have, Andy, because what you have is enough.
Oh.
Isn't that, in other words, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to go about what you do. When we're out there, it feels so natural
Yeah.
to me. I'm working with you, and you, for years before I got into Panto, you were one of my comedy heroes.
Oh.
So to suddenly work with you and not go all sycophantic, shall I do this one? Because I was a bit nervous when I worked with Henry Winkler, because it was a fun, you know. But after a
He's
while,
a lovely man.
oh, beautiful man. And he would say to me, stop it, boy, you know what you're doing. But I always feel relaxed when I'm
Yeah, but
with
Henry
you.
Winkler would not have been brought up on Panto or on stage in this
No.
country like you have. So
No.
he will have learned a lot from you.
Yeah, and that's what David said, he, like to learn from. But, so that's what I'm saying, I can't ever, they'll have to carry me off the stage like Tommy Cooper, because I don't ever want to give up. But being sensible, you are going to keep going, aren't you?
Oh, I probably will, but I don't know for how much longer. I mean, yeah, I am getting a little bit tired. My body is just, I'm not going to say how old I am, you can Google it.
I know.
Everybody knows. So sometimes I think maybe pull back a little bit and don't accept everything that you love.
No.
But I
You love
probably
this,
find-
don't you?
Yeah, I love this. But probably I'll find when I get to January, I'll think, right, what's next? So, yeah, I think your gut will know when you have to retire.
Yeah,
I think your body will say, had enough now, I'm going to take it easy.
Well, what I do is I tour at certain parts of the year. In the summer, we have all free
Yeah.
to be
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So you work your life around what you want it to be.
Yeah.
But I could never give up. I'm just going to say something to you all. This lovely, beautiful lady is literally come and spoke to me right after a show. And we're both starving, so we're both going up to the green room to have something to eat. But can I just finish this little bit by saying that I love you, and I love working with you. And is there anything you'd like to say to the Pantomime Diary viewers who have been watching us throughout this whole build-up to the show?
No, I'd just like to say that how much we appreciate the fact that you come and support Panto, that you come and enjoy it so much. And I have to say, down here in Plymouth, the audiences have been amazing.
Yeah.
Every single show, because very often you might have one show and say, oh, they're a bit quiet today. Nothing, no, wonderful. So I hope you love what we give you, but believe me, we love what you give us because we can ride on it. So thank you for your support.
To sum up, we live it and we love it. That's it in the Pantomime today with the world famous Lesley Joseph. Thanks, guys.